If I saw the character of Peter Parker walking around like down the street, I'd be like, you're a fucking beta. I'd be like, look at you. Hello, and welcome back once again to Atomic Radio Hour, the show that dives right on into the wreckage that is post-apocalyptia. I'm Vince, and I'm also here with my co-host.
Your out-of-this-world co-host, if I may add, Declan B.
Declan.
Yes.
How you been?
I've been pretty stellar, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's been a crazy week since the last I talked to you.
Yeah, it's been pretty nuts.
A lot of shit has been going on.
My classes are kicking off. I made ziti.
No.
And also, this is the 10th episode of Atomic Radio Hour.
It is the 10th episode.
And that's amazing. I'd like to thank everyone that listens in.
Thank you, everyone who listens in.
Yeah, this is just like a really fun show to produce, and we love doing it.
So thank you. It means a lot to me. I know it means a lot to Declan.
Thank you from the bottom of my barrel of caps.
Thanks for validating me in some way. No, but it's been a very, very, very crazy week. We got a new Kanye song, and it's absolute garbage.
I still didn't listen to it.
Oh, it's so bad. It's like
I saw Roblox, and I just fucking stopped.
It's you know what it is? It's like it's super catchy. It's so fucking catchy. And the beat on it...
Is it, like, too poppy?
No, if anything, it's a lot like The Life of Pablo. The beat...
See, I really liked Pablo.
No, me too, but, like, the beat on... It's a beat that would have been on Pablo. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it's just, like, a throwaway beat that he had, that he's like, I'll use it. And, like, Lil Pump's on it. The song's called I Love It. Or yeah, something like that. And Lil Pump's on it, and you listen to Lil Pump, and, like, you watch him in the video, and you can tell he's trying so hard.
Because he's recording with fucking Kanye.
Like, I want to give him a gold star, and it's like, oh, you tried.
Oh,
like it's not, and like Kanye's verse isn't even that great. It's not.
I can't be a good judge.
It's odd. Well, I mean, we got that. We fucking Mac Miller died.
Yeah, that's fucking tragic, dude.
I wasn't even a Mac Miller fan, and I was like, God
nor was
damn.
I. Yeah, that's sad.
When Lil Peep died, Lil Peep's birthday and my birthday are like 15, 16 days apart.
Yeah, and he was like the same age as you, right?
Yeah, by 2 weeks.
That's nuts.
He was 2 weeks. He died and when I woke up the next day, he died like the night before my birthday. I woke up the next day, and the first thing I saw when I looked at my phone is that Peep died. And I wasn't even like a big Little Peep fan, but I was like, how is this dude who's fucking 2 weeks older than me dying of a fucking overdose?
Yeah, it's just, that's tragic.
Anything else cool happened this week? I'm trying to think.
I don't know. I mean, I broke my streak of not ordering a liquid cocaine from Starbucks.
Oh?
If any of you listeners out there like heart palpitations, order 4 shots of espresso and 4 shots of white mocha over ice in a grande cup,
fuck is wrong
and
with
then
you?
Curse my name.
Why would you order that? Isn't caffeine a drug? Like, technically speaking? Like, we could say
I don't think it's technically speaking.
Really? I was always told it was like a drug. It's addictive.
Like, it like works with your brain to like produce energy and stuff, but like I wouldn't consider it a drug.
Oh, fucking how'd I forget? The new Spiderman game came out.
The new Spiderman game, that looks rad as shit. I want to pick it up.
There's actually I'm gonna give you a half-assed review later on in the show.
Oh, okay.
It's our new segment. It's called Vince's Half-Assed Reviews.
Cool. It's gonna have to make some nice art for that.
Yeah, it's a good game. It's a good game. It's a good movie. It's a good game. But before we get into all that, I think we should get into the lore.
I'm really into the lore for this week.
So this week, I wanted to... Actually, not even that I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it, but I got inspiration from friend of the show, Kyle. Hey there, Kyle. How you doing,
Come back
pal?
on our podcast,
Come
Kyle.
on back. It sucks that what happened with your t-shirts. No one else is going to know what we're talking about. You and I know, Kyle. Also, shout out to Noah, because I know you're listening. So, yeah, this week, I went to Kyle, and I was like, Kyle, what's some lore that you would like to hear? I went to Kyle, and I was like, hey, Kyle, what's some lore that you'd like to know about? Like, just something that you'd... Is that a word? That you would like to hear more about, whether it be elaborated on in the game, or just, oh, hey, this is how this has been working since the game has established these rules. You know what Kyle said to me? You already know what Kyle said to me, Declan, because I told you about it. He said to me, aliens, or the Zethans, or Zetans. How many?
Zadans.
Zatans? Zotans? I'm going to say it wrong every time now.
I'm pretty sure it's Zadans. Satans.
Well, looky here.
Within that zone of error.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. It's not known what system or planet they're from. There's 2 motherships, Mothership Zeta, and the other one is unknown, and they've been in Earth's solar system since the 1600s. Before the 1960s, most only crackpot groups believed in aliens. Now there was this group called, and I'm going to butcher this, called Quare, Q-U-A-R-E, Quarry?
Maybe?
Verum? V-E-R-U-M. It's Latin. It means seek the truth. It was a small organization with like 3 members that wanted to expose the conspiracy. That was a government cover-up of usage of alien technology as their own.
That's spicy.
Their main idea is that the plasma pistol was reverse engineered with alien technology.
I could see that being a thing, because it's kind of green and goopy and very like campy alien, what you would expect.
Well, did you ever hear the thing that after World War II, we took all of the Nazi rockets and like stripped Nazi logos off of them? Because apparently they had rockets that they were working on. Like Hitler was like big into space. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Hitler was like really big into space and had rockets. He wanted to make like death rays. He wanted to make satellites before we even had... What year did Sputnik go in space? The 50s?
I think it's the 50s, yeah. 50s or early 60s. It might be 61.
Well, before any of that, Hitler had an idea of putting like a satellite or a satellite-like thing in space, and that it would have a death beam on it that he can shoot from space. So,
you know, that only exists in Fallout New Vegas, so he was way ahead of his time.
So apparently there was these German/Nazi rockets that we took after World War II and brought them to the U.S., took all the German and Nazi shit off of it and put NASA and the U.S. flag on it. And someone asked like a higher up, where did you get this? And like they didn't flat out say it, but they hinted to like aliens helped us. Which the guy who like if I remember correctly said that was a Nazi himself. So
that could have been a little bit crackpot.
Yeah, but still, like, which I kind of get into a little later on here, like the theory of ancient aliens. Whether you believe in it or not, like I remember first hearing about it on the History Channel, because the History Channel never played history. They played Pawn Stars and Ancient Aliens. Was like, that's a really interesting theory to think like there's no fucking way that...
Like Stonehenge and shit.
Yeah, like, what the fuck does that mean? Or like Easter Island is just heads, but they don't know why. Or that the pyramids are so perfectly cut. Like, how did you move that many tons of fucking rock with slave labor?
Yeah, I mean, like...
You know what I mean?
I know that you're very into conspiracies.
Yeah.
So I would love to hear your outlooks on all this stuff. But, like, I mean, I'm of the opinion that there has to be something out there.
I think there has to be some sort of life. Not maybe intelligent life like us, but maybe just single-celled amoebas.
Oh, yeah, but that's where we started. That's, like, our home turf.
Yeah.
Like, there has to be something. We are not that special, or we can't be.
Well, actually, we are and we aren't. There's like a physics equation we can do. I say it like I know how to do it, but you can do at home. That is, you take the probability of how far we can like measure space and the probability of humans being around, and it's something that like the probability of more intelligent life is like 0.00000000000000000 something. It keeps going on, percent chance of more intelligent life. But if the universe is so big and is ever expanding, how do we know that something out there isn't like we're the only... Everyone's listening but nobody's calling?
I mean, maybe we're just like obnoxious.
What do you mean?
We might just be like the literal, like, you know how you just get like spam emails? What if our frequencies are just the spam frequencies?
But that's the thing, I don't think we're sending out frequencies.
We're always beaming shit into space. We're loud as fuck.
Are you sure about that? I don't think that's correct.
Yeah, like, I think especially, like, we just...
What do you mean by beaming shit into space, though? You think we're, like, shooting, like, we are Earthlings?
Radio waves? Yeah, no, not like that. Just, like, we have so much, like, generated like waves of noise between like the spectrum of like radio and like all that stuff that it's just getting constantly sent out just because it's noise.
Sound doesn't exist in a vacuum.
Yeah, we're talking about radio waves. We're not talking about sound waves.
So are you saying that like just having a radio... Because if I just want to make sure I'm understanding you correct. You're saying that like having a radio station on Earth is projecting radio waves into space. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I don't think they're that strong, dude.
I mean, certain kinds of waves are. Maybe radio is not the I don't think radio is the strongest version of the microwave kind of section of wave, but
well, I think
we've got some stuff that's just constantly blasting out.
Well, I think one of the last times that we ever like projected, I don't know if projected is the right word, but threw anything into space was the satellite, and I don't remember the name of the satellite or something that it was like. It had records.
Voyager 1.
Was it? With the records on it?
I'm
and
pretty sure that was Voyager 1.
Really?
Yeah.
It had like records on it, and it had like pictures of the Earth and of the human anatomy, and like this is male, this is female, this is how you reproduce, and this is what the Grand Canyon looks like, and this is what Arizona looks like, and this is what France looks like, and
yeah, Voyager 1 was the one that got sent out and had the golden record on it.
Yeah, really?
You could actually get a copy of the golden record from NASA.
Yeah, how nuts is that?
I kind of want it, but I think it's like expensive.
Oh no, I think it is too.
Yeah.
But sorry for the tangent.
Oh, another tangent. If you play Elite Dangerous, you could find Voyager 1 in its accurate location.
Really?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can go and find Voyager 1. It's marked as unknown satellite, and it is in its projected accurate location from Earth.
No
at that point
way.
Yeah,
it constantly
at that point
moves?
in the future.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like it's constantly moving from where they think
it's constantly
now.
moving. Elite Dangerous is extremely accurate in how it works.
Holy shit. You play Elite Dangerous?
No, but my roommate does, and he's like pretty good at it.
That's so
You could find it. I think it's so fucking cool.
That's so tight.
But tell me about some green people.
There was a mysterious disappearance of the USSA space capsule Clarabella 7 and its pilot Colonel Huntington during the space race of the 1960s. Aliens
We're
later...
talking about in Fallout,
okay,
right? Not in real life.
In Fallout, and this is where like the notes get fucking weird, because like I've said before, I take all of my research off of the Fallout wiki, Nukipedia, right?
Right.
So I know a good majority of a lot of the shit that I talk about to begin with, but...
Yeah, but this is kind of a very niche topic.
Well, not even that. I don't want to say something and be wrong.
Right.
So it then says that aliens later became recognized by national leaders. It's never stated how they knew he disappeared. But you find the Clarabella 7 on Mothership Zeta. You can find a holotape, and on the holotape, it's him saying, like, I come in peace, and he's got, like, this bravado about him that says I'm an American, get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah.
But, like, it then says aliens later became recognized by national leaders. So, did they make contact with the national leaders? Like, what the fuck happened? Did Roswell happen?
Know.
Like, 60 fucking, what year was Roswell? 64? So, it's also implied, or it's, like, supposed that the Enclave had exotic and impressive weaponry and robotics that was alien tech that was reverse engineered. Again, I don't fucking like I maybe, and it could totally be my fault because I was playing Midnight Marauders like as loud as my computer could go as I was writing these notes. But
the best tribe album.
The second best tribe album. I was just I don't know, it just like Wilson's Automatoys, the maker of the Giddy Up Buttercup, weren't immune to these same suspicions. So the Enclave was an elite group that was made, which we're going to have a whole episode about the Enclave. That was
they're important.
Yeah, it was an elite group of politicians and scientists, and they said, hey, fuck everybody, we're going to go live on this oil rig and repopulate once the bombs go off. So they just thought everything was... that's what I don't understand. Like...
And we also have Robot President.
Yeah, like, is it... Did they make contact? Did they not make contact? Is everything still speculation? I don't know. But Area 51 may have held alien technology in it, which is even fucking something that they say in the real and not in the fake.
Yeah.
There's a flying saucer that aliens stole back and crashed in California. Now,
oh yeah?
Yeah, in Fallout 1 you can find a UFO in the middle of nowhere. It's like a random encounter with 2 alien skeletons.
Oh, cool.
The Brotherhood of Steel around 2161 have encountered aliens, and the Citadel has about 70 plus alien power cells. I think it's pronounced Shi, the SHI, a faction from San Francisco. So I'm not sure if the NCR has made their way to San Francisco, because I'm pretty sure it's Southern California is San Francisco.
Yeah.
And a lot of like New Vegas and Fallout 2 and Fallout 1 take place in Southern California, but this is originally where Kellogg is from. Is the Shi. They have made contact around 2241 with aliens.
Where's that notated?
What?
That they had made contact. Is that in Fallout 1
Fallout
or 2?
2, I think.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was Fallout 2. So there's an AI project called AI project number 59234, created in the 2050s, that manages the Sierra Army Depot Skynet device blocking telepathic and psychoactive commands. So I guess the way that all robo-brains talk to each other is...
Okay.
Like,
so that's through that system.
Yeah, but the way it's all written on the wiki was so fucking confusing that I'm writing and going, I don't even know if I'm doing this right. So like, I just wanna give a big fucking I'm sorry if you're like a Fallout 2 aficionado and you know all of this and actually know what I'm talking about and you could fucking put me to shame. Let me know in the comments, because I'll eat crow. I wanna know what I'm talking about, and I'm trying to relay it as best as I can understand it. I'm also dyslexic, but that's no excuse. Okay, so minor spoiler region. Fallout 4 has been out for 3 years. There's a side mission called the Cabots, or the Cabot family, or something. The family is the Cabots. I'm going to talk about some stuff. If you haven't played it yet and you want to skip it, or you're saving it for...
mission.
Oh, you've done it?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't think you had done it.
Yeah.
You have done it at this point. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit. I don't know where we're going to skip to, where you could skip to. Skip like 5-10 minutes ahead.
I'll put a little thing on the title, on like the background card for the YouTube people that are listening, and it'll have a little like spoiler box, and once that goes away, you're safe.
Can you do that?
I can do that.
Okay, cool. I didn't know if you could do that or not.
Yeah.
Jack Cabot and the Cabot family. Jack speaks of ancient aliens working with human civilizations such as the, and I'm going to say this wrong, the Assyrians, Assyrians. Assyrians, I guess.
That sounds close enough.
It's Syria, Egypt, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, like that area.
Yeah.
The Sumerians, Mesopotamia, shout out to Mr. Lee. So Lorenzo Cabot, his father, is born in 1835, and I know what you're thinking. This game takes place in 87. I know. Follow me. Lorenzo Cabot found the artifact that grants him telekinesis and immortality. So Lorenzo Cabot went on an expedition to the Arabian Peninsula to find Ubar. You know what Ubar is?
I have no idea.
So if you played, I think it's Uncharted 3, that's like the one that deals with Ubar. It's described as Atlantis of the Sands.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah, so it's like a utopian...
Kind of like the sunken library in the Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Sure, I've never seen it.
Oh, it's a good show.
That's what I've heard. He comes back with this artifact, and when he comes back, he's in his 60s, I think.
So does it take him that long, or has he like aged prematurely?
He goes in 18, or he gets back in 1894. I believe.
Okay, so
if I wrote this correctly. Yeah, he spent like I think 10 years there. Came back, probably ate a ton of hummus. Came back, had this thing, and was pretty much invincible. Now, there's something that says that the Zetans may have something to do with the Great War. One log says that they tried to probe a soldier's brain to get the new codes, but it's not said if they got them. It's not said if it's successful. It's just an idea, and honestly, there's no real way to prove it.
I don't know. That seems a bit fishy to me. I don't really subscribe to that theory.
Well, what's more fishy, that the aliens did it or that Vault-Tec did it?
No, Vault-Tec totally fucking did.
You really think so?
I totally think so. Capitalism would totally have been the cause of the Great War, because that was the only way Vault-Tec was going to make money.
I guess.
And for the experiments too. The experiments would have just never happened if there was no war.
Yeah, but no one's around. I mean, I guess when you don't think that far back. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, you don't think that far ahead. Like,
yeah, I know what you mean though.
Yeah. So that's aliens.
I totally think it was Vault-Tec. I don't think it was the aliens.
So you don't think at all that it was China?
I don't know. I feel like we would have to have a game set in China to get the full story. There's just not enough knowledge about China.
Like, I hear a lot of people saying they'd love to see Fallout London, or they'd love to see like Fallout like Brazil, or they're doing Fallout Miami. Which, shout out to those guys.
Yeah, those guys are pretty rad.
But like, I would really love to see like Fallout China.
Yeah, I think like a Fallout Shanghai.
Yo, it's like a Bruce Lee movie.
Yeah, that'd be so fucking rad.
But think about, like, imagine if, like, everything that happened in the U.S., how, like, oh, we turned Fenway Park into a fucking city. Like, imagine if there's, like, a civil war amongst China and Mongolia, or whatever. There's, like, a war between those two lands, and, like, the Great Wall, like, how they had Hoover Dam.
Yo. Yeah, that'd be interesting.
And they have their own, like, bootleg power armor.
That'd be nuts.
Like, I think it's ripe for
creativity.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know. I think it's also taking such a step out of what they've already, like you said, the Yangtze has all American shit on it.
Yeah, just because all of this stuff is American, but I think that's just because they didn't want to take all those tiny little items like the toaster and the fancy lads and just translate them or add more textures to the game.
Which I totally get.
Like, I totally get that. It's feasible. But I just think it's interesting when you see, like, the slippery when wet sign in, like, it's, like, the neon yellow, and it just says slippery when wet in American. Like, I think
in American.
In American English.
No,
sorry, that was pretty ignorant.
No, but I think it's really neat, and if they made that, they pretty much have to make the game from the ground up, because if you really think about it, I doubt there's any American shit in China. Especially
in a Fallout version of China.
Yeah. We're at war with them. They're not taking our shit.
They're not into that.
Yeah. You want to talk about Spider-Man?
Yeah, I guess. Like, I haven't really played any of it, so...
Yeah, I'm not going to spoil anything. This is a spoiler-free zone.
Is this your, Vince's, half-assed reviews?
Yeah, Vince's half-assed game reviews.
I was going to say, can you give me a little jingle?
Yeah. Sure. Vince's half-assed game reviews. Bop, bop, bop.
Perfect.
Okay, so it's a good game. It's a really good game.
It looks like a really good game.
It looks amazing. Like visually, it looks amazing. The photo mode is insane. And... like, swinging around Manhattan feels so natural. It took me a second to get used to it, but once, like, I got it, I fucking got it.
Yeah, just, like, hardcore, like, sky parkour.
Yeah, and there's, like, little things about it that I don't like. Like, I'm playing this game that takes place in New York, and every video that I've seen, like, I said in the last podcast, I don't like watching trailers. But I kind of jumped on the hype train for this one, and I was like, I want to watch some trailers. And not even trailers, but like production videos. Like IGN would do one, or like Eurogamer would do one, and I was like, all right, I'll watch this. And it would be like an in-depth of shit that they already had. Like, it's shit that we saw from the E3 trailer.
Yeah.
And they kept saying New York itself is a character. And I thought to myself, where have I heard that before? Oh, every Woody Allen movie. And I love Woody Allen's movies.
You do.
So I got really excited for it. And then I'm playing the game, and I'm like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours into it, and I'm going, why the fuck does nobody have a New York accent?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I contributed to that conversation when we were talking about it before, that it's a game that was made in Burbank, California. So I'm pretty quick to assume that most of the voice work was done in California, because it's within reasonable distance from where it's being produced.
Okay, so California, where people go to become actors, right? I'm not trying to fight with you. I'm just hear me out.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, like, if they're gonna get just some like NPC, like random NPC 2, like I bet they're just handing scripts and saying, "Hey, you sound like a regular person. Read this."
But I want to, like, when I want like an I don't want to sound like a dick when I say it, but I just want like a semi-authentic experience. Like, if I'm swinging around fucking Central Park, I don't want to hear, "Oh, hello over there. That looks to be the Spider-Man." Like, I want to hear like, "Yo, what the fuck over here with a Spider-Man shit?" Like that. I want to hear the like, I want to hear it. I want to see the fucking fitted Yankee caps. The only thing, I mean, I know they're not going to get that, but like, the one thing I was really not proud but happy to see is everyone's wearing Timbs. Like, everybody's wearing Timbs. I remember there's
awesome.
There's a mission where you save somebody, like, from a trapped car, and I went, all right, he's wearing Timbs. He had a fitted on, but like, I didn't have a team because they're not going to get the rights for that. But like, I was like, all right, he's got Timbs on. But like, it does this thing that I think is like a cardinal sin of big games, and I think every big game shouldn't ever do this. And it's, don't tell me to explore, make me want to explore. So you'll finish a mission, and like, okay, leading into this, it's 2018, right?
Yes, it is.
Day and night cycles have been a thing since fucking when? 2000?
I mean, they've been around. They're an industry standard.
There's no day and night cycle.
Oh, no?
I hate that so fucking much, because the game says to you, like, you'll finish a mission, and like, you'll come out of the mission and you'll see that the clock has moved forward like 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, right?
Yeah.
And Spider-Man will go, wow, it sure does look like I got some downtime before I gotta go meet Mary Jane. I better fucking explore the city so I can upgrade my suit. And it's like, don't tell me to explore, make me want to explore. Make the world that enticing that I want to stop the main quest line so I go look around.
I mean, I feel like that's a little bit nitpicky. I get it, because like, part of when I try to do world design is to make things enticing, make things interesting, to encourage that just naturally. But there's some times where I just need to be like, hey, you literally need to go somewhere to figure this out.
No, I get that, and that's different. Like, if you're playing, let's say, Fallout, right? You leave the vault, and you leave Vault 101, and it says, find your father, right? And you explore, and then you get there, and it's like, go to, and you leave it, and you can see Megaton at a certain distance, and it's like, go to Megaton. And then it's like, oh, talk to the people in town. Oh, who's that, Moriarty? Go to Moriarty. Like, I know I have that little taste of what the world could be. I kind of have my main quest established. I want to go look around. I want to see what's left.
Yeah.
So, like
what doesn't really meet, doesn't meet the eye.
Yeah. Like, there's, okay, so it's the game is like a fucking collectathon. Like, I'm not even gonna sit here in front. It's a collectathon. The main story is really great. So far, it's been really good. It's a little slow in the beginning because you have to, like, go to fucking Peter Parker's job and, like, go to where Aunt May works and, like, check up on her. And it's like, all right, I don't want to fucking do chores the game. But once
at the same time, it's probably fostering this, like,
no, it is. It's a lot of narrative.
Yeah. It's giving you tiny bits while also kind of giving you, like, oh, that he's just a regular life boy.
Yeah, which is well, hold on. Going back to day and night cycle, there's no day and night cycle. And I watched something and they said that they're telling the story over 2 to 3 weeks, maybe a month. I don't remember exactly, right?
All right.
So I understand why they did it where there is no real definitive, like, cycling of time, right? Just do what Grand Theft Auto 5 did.
Where you go into a building and it, like, fast forwards through the night, like,
just
and you see the sun move.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that.
Like, it's not like that game just came out last week. That game came out, we were in high school.
4 years ago? 5 years ago?
I think I was a junior in high school when that game came out. I graduated 2015. So 2014?
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, definitely like 4 or 5 years at this point.
There's a bunch of, like, okay, so one of the things is, like, in this, Peter Parker doesn't work for the newspaper anymore. He's not a photographer. He's a scientist, right?
Like, okay, so I'm fine with that.
I'm not complaining about that. But
I mean, I'm never going to have a chance to hear that guy say, bring me pictures of Spiderman.
No.
But
No,
J.
Jonah Jameson is in this. And in such a big bad way.
Oh, cool.
He runs a podcast / radio show. Yeah, it's 2018. He runs this radio show podcast. He'll just talk about how much Spider-Man is a menace. But here's the best part. Here's the best fucking part. They wrote him so he's kind of like Alex Jones.
No.
I shit you not. There's one part. This isn't ruining anything. Like, this is another thing that kind of bothered me. Like, did you ever play the Arkham games?
Nope.
Okay, so Arkham City is probably like top 5, maybe even top 3 for me. And what's so cool about it is there's like the main storyline. It's like, okay, go stop the Joker, fine. But then there's all these side missions that have like other big names in it. So like here, I think it's Deathstroke, because there's 2 of them. There's Deathshot and Deathstroke in the DC universe.
Yeah.
It'll be like, you fucking do this mission and it's Deathstroke, and then you do this mission, it's the Mad Hatter, and you do this mission and like they had it in all of them, where you would just go and do like Man-Bat in like Arkham Knight. Right?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, cool, these side missions are going to be all these different bad guys from the Spider-Man universe. So far, there's been one side mission that has another bad guy from Spider-Man. And I was like, all right, it's decent, the quest line. But you go around fucking getting a homeless man's pigeons.
What?
Why the fuck? I'm Spider-Man. Why the fuck am I collecting pigeons for a homeless?
You're helping the community.
Fucking, like, why? Like, he's a homeless man.
Yes.
He's not beating people up in the park. There's people that are being beat up in the park, and there's a homeless man who's like, I don't have my pigeons. And like, okay, so once you finish that quest line, which, minor spoiler alert, this is the only spoiler that I'm going to say, just because I wanted to explain to Declan how he's like Alex Jones. You'll finish the quest line, and it'll pop up with like his radio show or whatever, and it's like, just the facts with J. Jonah Jameson, or At Home with J. Jonah Jameson. And he's like, so a lot of people have been reporting that Spider-Man's swinging through the city collecting pigeons. Why the hell is he collecting pigeons? Well, I think I know why. It's 'cause he's eating them. And like I'm listening to it, I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna say, like, there's another part where he was saying something, and I'm like, he's gonna say turning the friggin' frogs gay. I'm like, he's gonna say it. There's no way that he's gonna finish this
Does
sentence.
he at any point say the word globalist?
No. No, I don't think he does. But, dude, he's talking about chemicals in the air, and I'm like, he's gonna say it. I thought he was gonna say turn the spiders gay. Like, just fucking put a Spider-Man twist on it. But
Yeah.
also, another thing that really bothers me is, like, Spider-Man doesn't have any character flaw.
No?
No. Like, when you write a character, you're supposed to write them with flaw, right?
Yeah, to
Like,
some degree, yeah. It makes them interesting.
I think the
generally.
best example for it, for someone who's going to understand it, is The Simpsons. Homer Simpson is an idiot. He's an alcoholic. He's a fucking loser, right?
Yeah.
But he's a heart of gold. So everything he does, he does thinking that it's going to justify something else. Like, he thinks it's going to justify the love of his family. And even if it doesn't justify the love of his family, and he thinks it does, by the end of the episode, he makes it right. And I know it's TV and that's what's supposed to happen, but still. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. That there's beauty in imperfection.
Yeah, they just made him such a fucking square. Like, there's not a single point where like it comes down to Peter going, does this challenge my belief system? Do I think this is right within the
Maybe you
eyes
just haven't got there yet.
I'm at the end of the game. I haven't beaten it, but I'm at the end of the game. And I know I'm at the end of the game because Kyle, once again, hello Kyle, I've been trying to track his trophies and my trophies because he platted the game and I've never platted a game, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it with this one because this one it's a lot of fun. It's a really good game. But just like, I'm at the end, I could tell I'm at the end. There's only a few more achievements to go, and I haven't even been playing a lot of the story. I've been really taking my time. I went around and found everything, all the collection shit. As soon as I found it, I did it because I was just like, I want to have fun in this world and zip around. Like, you can fast travel, but it's not even worth it.
Yeah, it just seems like it'd be way more fun to just be like, pachoo, going to swing.
Yeah, at the end of the game, you can swing so fast and you have all these abilities to help you move quicker that it's just so fucking, it's so satisfying. Like, I don't want to say...
The gadget system looks kind of cool, too.
It is. It is really, really interesting. The only thing is there's some of them that are necessary and that it teaches you how to use them, so you wind up using them. And then there's other ones that aren't necessary and it doesn't teach you how to use them, so they're just kind of there.
I mean, I'm sure there's some really good synergy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of really great stuff. Like, I wind up using a lot of the thwips, the little, like, little web shoots, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, little one-offs. Not like a string. Like a lot more than I thought I was going to use it. But you can tell, like, through the gadget system and the combat system that a lot of this was inspired by the Arkham series, right? Now, if there's one thing the Arkham series got right is the combat. So you can tell that they've really took a lot of inspiration from the combat in the Arkham series to make the combat for the Spider-Man game. But within the Arkham series, and you can probably, you could do this maybe, I don't know if you can, if you held like left trigger or L1 and like X or A or B or triangle or Y or whatever the fuck, you did like a quick gadget that you had. So it'd be like the bat claw, like you shoot a grappling hook at somebody and like you'd pull them in and you can continue the combo, or you hit the one button and it shot out like an electrical pulse and shocked the guy. I can't do that as far as I know in Spider-Man. I have to manually open up the wheel, click over to the thing, shoot it over, click the wheel open again, move it back. It's not when I want to play like a fast and quick combat system, and I want to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and I want to like pop and then throw out a spider drone and then pop and then web a guy up and pop and then throw out a like a force push thing that he has, and then pop. Like, I want to do it quick. I don't want to have to look at
You want
these
that to be a
menus and
fluid
shit.
thing.
Yeah. And it's all nitpicky shit. Don't get me wrong. Like, if I had to rate the game so far, it'd be like an 8.5, like a 9 maybe.
Yeah, a lot of people put it at 9.
Yeah, I don't think it's deserving of a 9.
I think they really did, from what I've seen, at least I haven't played it, I think they really did well with the gadget system because of the studio's experience with Ratchet and Clank. Because Insomniac Games does Ratchet and Clank.
They do Ratchet and Clank. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and that's kind of like the entire thing there.
Yeah.
They also do Spyro.
Do they?
Yeah, Spyro the Dragon is an Insomniac
I was
game.
never a Spyro kid.
Nor was I.
Well, there's a lot of... Okay, so like another thing is, I think the voice acting in the game is god awful.
What?
Like the voice acting in the game?
Yeah.
It's god awful.
In Spider-Man?
It's so fucking bad.
Really?
It's like there's like Mary Jane's is really good. I think they chose probably one of the worst people to play Spider-Man.
Really?
Yeah, I really do. Like, he's so whiny. Like, he's so annoying. He sounds like a child. Like,
I mean, Spider-Man is a kid.
Not in this one. He's 23, and I'm not saying I'm not saying he's a full grown ass man, but like. It's not Peter Parker in high school who's like, I got a big fucking chem. That's why I'm doing this voice, to make fun of him. I got a big fucking chem final tomorrow. Mary Jane won't call me back. Oh God! And I got an internship at fucking at the Bugle. And Jonah Jameson's being a fucking asshole. Like it's like he sounds like a child. Like put a little fucking hair on your chest. You're Spider-Man. You've been doing this for 8 years.
Yeah.
I don't care what superhero you are. You've seen some shit at that point. You're grizzled. Like not a full fucking grizzle.
Not necessarily jaded, but like
you got
experienced.
You know what I mean? Like you fucking you're not going to be. You might be optimistic. I get that. That's Spider-Man's shtick, is that he's optimistic, and then he gets all like quippy and whiny when some shit happens, and he's like, really? Come on. Like I get it. Whatever. It's fine. But I just like, why does he sound like a child? Like.
It's hard to tell.
Do you ever walk into a 7-Eleven or like a Turkey Hill and you just look around and you just identify betas? No, you've never done it where you just walk in and you're like, that dude's a fucking beta. Like look how he fumbles with the chips.
I can't say I personally have.
Really?
Yeah.
If I saw the character of Peter Parker walking around like down the street, I'd be like, you're a fucking beta. I'd be like, look at you.
That's so funny.
I don't know. It's just like. And maybe that's supposed to be the juxtaposition of it, of, hey, he's Spider-Man and he's doing all this great shit, but if you look at him, he's a fucking, like, he's like a twink.
Which, like, I can get behind that.
But, like, no, not that there's anything wrong with being a twink, but, like, he doesn't have any, like, muscle definition. Like, he has muscle definition when he's in the suit, but, like, I kind of picture him at that point in the game to be a little more masculine.
I mean...
And it's Spider-Man.
Like I said, I haven't played it, so I really can't...
No, I know. Yeah. And this is just me nitpicking because it's a game I like and I want to critique it because it could be better. Like,
and like there's still opportunity for it to improve, I'm sure. There's going to probably be DLC missions and stuff.
Oh, there is. They've already announced it, but it's a game that makes me want to seek, which I think
I think that means someone does something right.
Yeah, no, I really think that says a lot, that I'm sitting there playing going, fuck, this is almost over. I can't wait to play, like, I can't wait for the sequel to this.
Yeah, that's a sign that you did it right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, as much as I'm ragging on it right now, I like the game a lot.
Because you know what that would mean? It would mean the return of Spider-Man 2, meaning the return of the Spider-Man 2 pizza minigame.
Yeah. Fucking, what a time to be alive. And like, okay,
God.
We're recording this, a little behind the scenes. We're recording this at almost midnight, right? I have to go to sleep to get up for work. Like, as soon as we're done recording this, I'm going to bed so I can get up and go to work in the morning, right?
Right.
And part of me is like, can I play fucking 30 minutes of Spider-Man? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's a really good game. It's really fucking good. And there's a lot of, like, little fan service. Like, okay, here's one of my favorite things that's fan service. Easy is friendly. Medium is amazing, and hard is spectacular.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's little dumb shit like that
that's
fucking
the
does
little
it for
things,
me.
yeah.
Yeah, that's so fucking tight, and it's so stupid. And like all the suits that you can get like the noir suit. You can get the...
That's cool.
Yeah.
I did see a few of them. They're freaking cool.
The 2099 suits. You can get the Tom Holland suit. You can
get...
like
the homebrew one from the movie.
That one and the one that Tony Stark makes him.
Oh, like that's the Iron Spider suit.
Well, there's that one, but there's the other one that he makes for him later on.
Oh, yeah.
Or not later on, the one he makes before the Iron Spider.
Yeah.
And my favorite one, the vintage comic suit.
I can't recall that one.
It's the classic Spider-Man suit, like the classic costume, but it looks like it's out of Borderlands, like it's all cell shaded.
Oh, that looks so cool.
You looked it up?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's my favorite suit. It's my favorite suit. And I don't really like wearing them.
It's all cell shaded. That's so neat.
Yeah, and the eyes are yellow. They're not white, which I really, really like. It's such a small touch of like how the pages would fade from the old books. Like I mean,
they're not yellow, but they're not white.
Yeah,
they're like just slightly like changed.
Yeah. It's and what's really cool is like if you really like one suit's ability, like every suit has an ability. Like the Iron Spider, you grow the legs that are like the Iron Spider legs that like you use to attack with. So it does more damage. Or the classic suit, you jump up and spin around and shoot webs everywhere. But like the ability for the vintage suit is like you just say more like quippy witty things at the bad guys.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I haven't really used it, but like I didn't like it as much because it didn't really, I don't know, it was all right? So I switched it out with the classic Spider-Man suit power ability or suit ability, whatever. So like I like that that's in there too. I like
so that way you can get the benefits of the other suits.
Yeah,
but like still have the style that you want.
Yeah, which should be a fucking thing in more games. Unless it's like this has to be part of it because of this battery pack that's on it or something.
The wrestler suit's cool.
Yeah. Like there's a lot of really cool little stuff. And I like Spider-Man, but I'm not like a diehard I know everything about Spider-Man fan.
Yeah.
Like
you just like it like casually.
Yeah.
As a hobby.
Yeah. Like another thing that kind of bothered me was like they talk about other villains, but there's only really like the main number of villains that are in the game. Like you could say like, oh, this happened, that happened, this happened, that happened. Like, would it hurt to throw them in? I don't know what their budget was. I don't know what their time constraint was.
And like maybe it's just something that you really need to go searching for. Maybe it's like a underground secret unmarked mission.
Well, no, I'm talking more in the sense of like how the Arkham games are set up. I'm jaded with the Arkham games. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. But no, I haven't beaten it yet, so maybe my score will go up. But as of right now, I'm going to give it like an 8.25, like an 8, 8.5.
That's solid. That's solid.
And you know what? I only, like I think I've said it on the last podcast, maybe the podcast before that. I'm only buying 3 games this year: Spider-Man, Red Dead, and 76.
Yeah.
And right now, I'm 1 for 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you would consider this a valuable purchase.
Yeah, like, and that's my number one thing is I stopped buying games because no game is worth $60 in my opinion.
Which we can argue about.
No, and I'm not saying it's not worth $60 because of the work that was put into it. I'm saying it's not worth $60 because I'm not getting enjoyment out of it.
To you, yeah. So
to me,
your personal taste and what you like. Yeah.
I'm not like if you want to go out and buy fucking Dale Earnhardt's NASCAR Double Dash 2018, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, more power to you.
Yeah. I wouldn't fucking take that game if it was free. Nah, I might take it if it was free. But like
I'd play it for the ironic value.
Yeah. But like I'm not gonna like I'm not I would never spend $60 with these people that do nothing but buy 2K. Like, oh, I bought a PlayStation. All I'm going to do is play 2K and MLB The Show. Don't get me wrong. I play The Show with my brother all the time, and it's so fun. But, like, imagine owning a PlayStation just to play The Show or just to play 2K or just to play Madden.
Yeah, I mean, some people do it. That's their thing.
No, I get that. But, like, I would never, ever, ever do anything like that. Like, that's why I stopped buying Call of Duty. Everyone's allowed to have their thing. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, like, you can have your taste in games, books, movies. They could all be different. They could be kind of similar.
Yeah. And
like I like fantasy books, but I really like sci-fi games.
Yeah. Everyone's allowed to have what they want to have. I'm just saying, in my personal opinion, I would not spend $60 on that South Park game. I would, because I think South Park is fucking. I think South Park's been done for the past like 6 years.
Yeah.
I think they should have just stopped the show. And that's like another thing we can get into at another time. But like things that are counterculture then become culture, and it's like, we really do it? Like, are we really doing this for what we believe in? Or are we doing it because it's like the show's been on for 20 years? How much more do you have to say? No, I just think that, and I don't want to come off as a cynical asshole in every episode where I voice an opinion. I like the game. What I'm totally getting at is I like the game, and I feel like I justified my $60.
Totally gonna try your copy when I'm home next because it looks really fun.
Yeah, no, I mean it's yours. You can borrow it as long as you want. It's neat. It's really neat. It's a lot of shit. Like, it's very charming. Like, there's a scene in the beginning where, like, there's a bad guy falling down an elevator shaft, and Spider-Man's like, can you fall a little slower? Like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, oh, that's
like, that's
cute.
Funny. That's very Spider-Man. It's on brand. Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, maybe part of me just wanted more, which I think
mean,
says a lot
you
about
did say
this.
you kind of hyped a little bit.
No.
You did get hyped.
Yeah, definitely. And that's why I'm trying to stay off. I try to stay off of hype trains because I ruin it for myself.
Yeah.
But you wanna say anything? I think I've said everything I wanted to say about Spider-Man.
Before you close it, I do have one more thing to say. That I would like for you to bring me pictures of Spider-Man.
That's like a whole point of the game. Like, there's like the photo mode.
Yeah.
And one of the first
bring
things
me pictures of Spider-Man.
That's the first thing I did. Yeah. I went to I don't remember if it was the Avengers Tower or the Empire State Building. And I went into photo mode, and I'm sitting there fucking with all the settings. I'm like mumbling to myself. I'm like, bring me pictures of Spider-Man. I need Spider-Man. like a fucking lunatic. It's like fucking 2 a.m. I got home, and like the game fucking finally downloads because it's 2018 and we can't just fucking pop a game in and play it. I gotta wait 6 hours to play it because I need a day one update and 15 other things.
It's probably 60 gigabytes.
It's 45.
Yeah, I was in the ballpark.
And like I'm on top, and it's 2 a.m. Like I gotta wake up and go to work in the morning, and I'm sitting there going, I need pictures of Spider-Man. Spiderman. Like trying to sound like Stan Lee when
Just
they do it.
the rumbling of a madman.
Yeah. I'm just like, take a picture. And like you could take selfies and shit. And he's like on top of at night, like in top of the Empire State Building, like holding up a peace sign. Spiderman, Mary Jane. Web. It was just all right. So that concludes my half-ass review.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, you're welcome. You want to talk about anything real quick?
I'm not sure if I want to talk about anything real quick.
You know what I think we should talk about? Because we got a little time left.
What should we talk about?
We should talk about the importance of silly pants.
Excuse me?
I think it's so important that everyone like owns a pair of silly pants. Something about like I don't know.
Like I have some nice like pastel pink pants, but I wouldn't call them silly.
Well, something that like you normally wouldn't see someone wearing.
Like pure white pants.
Well,
like I'm a little bit biased because like my dad wears them all the time.
Does he?
Yeah, you know he does.
No, I
too.
can totally see it. Like I don't remember him ever wearing them, but I can definitely fucking see it.
All right. Let me put this scenario in your head.
All right, let me
pure
hear
white
it.
pants, and that like black button-up shirt that has the guitars on it. You know the one.
No, I don't, but I can picture it. Does it have the embroidery on the back of the shoulder? You know what kind of shirts I'm talking about? You ever see those that they have like an embroidered fucking design on the back shoulder?
No.
They're the ugliest button-up shirts. They're like the Walmart special.
No, I've never seen one of those.
I see those and I physically cringe. Like you know when you cringe and you're like ugh. Like my body like winces. I'm like I don't know. No, like I went into my closet and I busted out my yellow camo pants today.
Oh, those are silly pants.
And I also have them in purple, and then I just have camo pants in general. But, like, I want to get a pair of plaid pants. Like, I don't think people understand the important... Like, I just think it's so freeing to wear something so silly.
I mean, I'm into that. I guess I kind of do that with my shirts a little bit.
Okay, yeah, you always got designs on.
Yeah, like, I have one shirt that my friend got me. It's a black button-up shirt that has alien heads, like, a pattern on it.
Like the emoji?
No, not like the emoji. Just like a flat like vector image of just like the stereotypical alien.
That's cool.
Yeah, I've got that one. I've got one with like big pink flowers on it. I've got one with like Japanese style like waves that looks really cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that one's kind of new. I've got one with pineapples. I like that one.
Oh, that is tight.
I do that more with my button ups. They're like kind of Hawaiian adjacent, but I really only have like two that I would consider Hawaiians, like quote unquote.
Yeah.
Is there any silly attire from Fallout that you would like to have in real life? My first
Naughty Nightwear
choice. Oh, that's a good one.
Naughty Nightwear. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. The men's or the women's?
Yes.
Very well. I was going to say the pint-sized slasher mask.
Yeah.
I'd like to have that as like a bust for like a thing to have, just to put on a shelf.
A fucking little coin bank?
Oh, yo.
That'd be really cool. I'm trying to think of some other silly shit. I like a Cappy and Bottle shirt, but they already made that.
Oh, yeah?
No, I can't really think of anything silly.
Yeah.
I like the word silly.
Yeah?
It's just a fun
It's silly.
word.
It's a silly word.
Yeah. Like literally.
Literally is a silly word too.
Why do you say that?
Because you said literally.
Oh.
I was trying to do a funny haha.
I'm sorry, I'm slow.
No, it's okay.
It's not my fault. Those paint chips were just so damn tasty when I was a baby.
I could agree.
I don't know. I just think everybody should wear a pair of silly pants. I've always wanted to buy like white jeans and tie-dye them. I bought red jeans and I never wore them.
No?
No, I was always afraid someone was going to think I was in a gang.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I've got these really nice burgundy jeans that I love.
No, these are
so
red.
Comfortable. They're just like bright ass red.
These are Crayola, fresh out the fucking box, Rojo red.
Yo, wear them like within the next few days. Tell me how it goes.
I should.
Review. Give me a half-assed review.
The only thing is I don't want to wear them with like a black shirt.
Yeah.
I just feel like I would look like, oh, of course he has red pants and a black shirt. I don't want to wear them with white because I don't like how red and white looks together.
See, wear it with a white shirt, but white that has like something on it, something on that shirt.
I only wear Carhartt shirts. You know this.
You're right. Wear it with the one that's like bleached. That bleached Carhartt.
You think that
shirt?
would look good? These people have no clue what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
Welcome to the Invisible Fashion Hour.
I just, I don't know.
Yeah,
I gotta wear them. I should wear them.
I'm a proponent for not taking yourself too serious.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's what I like. Like, I was thinking about it today in the shower, and I was like, you know what? Fuck skinny jeans.
I love skinny jeans.
Fuck them.
Why?
Because why would you want to wear, like, not, okay, my perspective, not imposing on anybody. Why would you not want to wear baggy pants?
I just feel like it's too much weight on them.
Really? I was wearing
Yeah.
those camo pants, and they're baggy, and I'm like, why did I ever wear anything but this?
Like, I'm wearing skinny jeans right now, actually, and they're just so fucking comfortable. because they just like perfectly contour the ass, and I'm just like, I am in the ideal pant.
Really?
Yeah, the current pair of jeans that I'm wearing, oh, it's fucking amazing. It's the most comfortable pair of jeans I have.
I'm a big
pants.
What
most
brand?
Comfortable pair of pants I have. These are American Eagle.
Beta. You gotta get yourself some fucking Levi's, my man. Pay $80.
These are like infused with spandex. They're so goddamn
Oh
comfortable.
no, I have a pair of jeans that are like that.
Yeah,
And I sleep in them.
they're so comfortable.
Yeah. I went out one night with a friend, and we got back to his house. It was like 2, 3, 4 in the morning, and I was like, I'm leaving these on. I'm just leaving them on, and I fucking slept in them. They were great. Nah, dude, Levi's fucking, they're $80, but they're worth it. I have a pair of Levi's I've been wearing since like the 7th grade.
Really?
Yeah, they're fucking. I'm gonna be 22. I wouldn't be surprised they're 11-year-old jeans.
Yeah, I mean, like, you've kind of always been like the same like height. You really didn't grow very much.
No,
but you're not a short person by any means. You just like have always been tall.
I've been the fucking same height since like 6th grade.
Yeah.
I've just always been a fucking mammoth. That's a really fucking cool nickname for somebody.
The Mammoth.
The Mammoth. Like, imagine, like...
I feel like you'd have to have fucked up teeth, though.
Really? Why?
Because, like, mammoth have big-ass teeth.
I wasn't thinking that at all. I think you'd have to be fucking jacked with long hair and a thick beard.
You know, I could concede. I can give that to you.
Like, look like John Wayne if John Wayne fucking had the diet of The Rock and the workout regimen of The Rock.
Yeah, and we're talking about John Wayne the rapper.
Yeah.
Not John Wayne the Western
cowboy
movie. Yeah.
Just the Mammoth.
That's a cool ass
Yeah.
name. I'm gonna steal that for my D&D game.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was playing D&D tonight, and I play with some good kids, but the one kid we play with is a little younger. So we're always ripping on her that she like doesn't know what things are. Like, since the other day was the anniversary of 9/11, I was asking everybody if they remembered and if they never forgot.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Do you guys remember where you were?" And the two other kids that were there, the one kid was 2 years younger than me, so he didn't even remember. He was a baby. But they were 2 years older, or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 years older than me. I know it's somewhere within that ballpark for the two of them, and one's older than the other. And I was like, "Do you guys remember where we were?" And she was like, "I wasn't even a thought." And that's so nuts for me to think of.
Yeah. Your metric for age is 9/11 memories.
Like it really is. Dude, I met this one kid recently, and he was like telling me that he was like 16. I'm like, fucking 16? I go, "Where were you on 9/11? He goes, "I was in my father."
Yeah.
I was like, that's so nuts. Like, it's so nuts for me to think of. And don't get me wrong, I was in kindergarten when it happened, so it's not like I was there.
It's not like vivid, but like it.
But
around.
Yeah, I remember coming home and being like, walking in the door and be like, "Ma, you'll never believe this. We didn't have fucking recess today." Because I've been like 35 since I was fucking 6.
Yeah, you're right.
My first words were, "Fuck, I have work tomorrow."
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I remember that. And like,
No, your first words were, "My back hurts."
But like the one dude that was there was like, I was in 4th grade. So like, he has a better memory of it than I do.
Yeah, that's like a real memory.
Yeah.
Like my only memory is
Your only memory. I have one.
No, my only memory of 9/11 is I was home and I just remember bad. That's it. Just the feeling. Just bad.
You weren't even in school.
I was 1 year. Oh yeah, 1 year younger than you.
Holy shit, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all I get is really a feeling.
Yeah, wow, that's nuts.
I kind of remember my mom just like being there,
Yeah.
but like that's kind of it.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's nuts for me to think about. Like, my sister's born 99, right? So she has
like my sister probably has no idea. Yeah, my sister's the same age as yours.
Yeah. So like,
yeah.
Like I think that's nuts. I think it's so fucking crazy how like I every time I meet older people, I'm not saying old people, I'm always
People that are older than you.
yeah, I always say to them like my uncle, you've met my Uncle Sal.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. I said to him,
legend.
Yeah. I said to him, I was like, "Hey, Sal, do you remember where you were when Kennedy got shot?" And he's like, "I don't know if he was old enough for that, but no, was he? What year did Kennedy get shot?"
So I would be.
I'm telling your dad. If you don't know it, I'm telling your dad.
Definitely 64.
Is it 64?
Might be 58. It might be not. It was 63. I was almost right.
So I asked him for that.
It was November 22nd, 63. Just so you know. Yeah, my dad has multiple framed photos of Kennedy in our sitting room. So So I know a surprising stuff about the Kennedy history and family tree.
First time I ever go over Declan's house in high school, I come over and we're in his living room and I'm like, you guys are big Kennedy fans? And he just goes, yep. And that was it. Didn't explain to me like, oh yeah,
it took years for the explanation.
Yeah, like, and it just became
a
thing. And then I'm upstairs in Declan's room. It's the last day of I think your freshman year, so my sophomore year, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe it was the first day. I don't remember. No, it was I think the last day or around the last day. And you're like, hey, come on over. I always have a little thing on the last day of school. So it's me, you, 3 other kids, and your sister. And you go, okay, I have to go to the orthodontist now. And I'm going, is he fucking leaving us here? I'm like, this is like my 7th time here, and he's leaving us here. Like, I'm still at the point where I'm afraid to go get a glass of water. Like, you ever go to a new friend's house and you're like, I'm afraid to get water. Like, I'm there.
Like, what if I open up the plates by mistake?
And I remember your dad comes in, and I was sitting. This is when you had your you know where this is going.
I know where this is going.
This is when you had your desk near where your closet is, where your dresser is now. And I was sitting in that chair, and you were gone, and I spun around like a fucking Bond villain. And I was like, hi, I'm Vince, and I went to shake his hand, and he comes downstairs, and he goes to your mom and goes, why the fuck is there a 40-year-old man in there with my daughter? Not to mention there was other kids we went to school with, and your mom was so calm about it. She goes, oh, that's Vince. Like,
yeah.
Like she had prepared.
Super chill.
She prepared for the moment. I don't know how we got here.
I mean, it's about...
Oh, Kennedy.
Kennedy, yeah. It's all about Kennedy.
So, my Uncle Sal, I'm like, do you remember where you were when Kennedy was shot? And I think he said he was too young. Or he was young and he kind of remembers it, but he doesn't, like, remember it. And then I asked him about when we landed on the moon. Because if there's... I always ask people, if you can go back in time and go to one concert, what would it be? And I'd really love to go see the Beastie Boys live.
That'd be fucking rad.
I feel like that would be like the greatest concert ever.
That would be a time. Holy shit.
I think like out of like Kurt Cobain, cool, not interested. Fucking Jimi Hendrix, cool, not totally
That'd
there.
Be a good one. That'd be a good one.
Yeah, it would, but just...
If I got 2, I'd give one there.
Really?
Maybe. I don't know.
I'd want to see the Beastie Boys. I know 110%, but I don't know when I'd want to see them. I don't know if I want to see them like 85, 86, 87 when their first album was out and they were still a little raucous, or if I want to see them like
when they were superstars.
Like, yeah, because I'd still want to see them like with Run DMC to an extent.
Yeah.
Because I think that'd be another great show to see Run DMC. If I could have like a dream lineup, it'd be like Run DMC, the Beastie Boys, and Wu-Tang. In any order.
I'd love to see Wu-Tang.
Yeah, oh my god.
Like, with everyone, oh my god.
Like...
That'd be, like, in my top 3, easily.
Yeah, did you ever see, like, footage of Wu-Tang concerts?
No,
There's, like, 90 people on stage.
Wow.
Because there's 9 members and everybody's got a posse, and they're just all on stage. It's not... Like, some of the earlier stuff's not that bad, but you watch, like, Coachella and shit. Like, there was one recent Coachella that wasn't that bad, but, like, they'll do big festivals, and or even just small venues where it's the 9 of them, or not even the 9 of them, the 8 of them, or 6 of them, and it's like, how are you moving on stage?
Yeah. It's just, like, so crowded.
Yeah, I think that would be such a fucking crazy show. But I was saying to Sal, I was like, do you remember the moon landing? He's like, yeah. He goes, and he said to me, he goes, I remember, I think he said he was at camp when it happened, like summer camp. And he said there was one kid who kept running around, and he's going, can you fucking stop? There's history being made. Like, he didn't say it to the kid, but he was, like, thinking it. Mm-hmm. And I just thought that was really cool that, like, somebody else who was a young person would have been, like me.
This is profound, yeah.
Yeah, like, would have, like, I think I would have been like, do you not fucking understand what's going on? Like, we've left Earth. And, like, I'm a conspiracy theorist.
The future is now.
Yeah. I love conspiracy theories. I'm I guess a conspiracy theorist, and I'll sit there and like delve into, did we go to the moon? Did we not go to the moon? You still fucking believe in the moon? Like, I'll sit there and talk to you about that all day.
Fucking believe in the moon?
Like, fucking tides and shit? Come on, get the fuck out of here. But like, that's one that I sit there and I'm like, I would give anything to see that live.
Yeah.
I would just give me a half an hour in front of a fucking 13-inch black and white screen. Let me sit on the floor in the living room and just take all of that in. That is such a fucking did you ever, I forget his name. His name's Chris something. He's a Canadian astronaut. He has a really good TED Talk where he goes into space and loses vision in his one eye.
Yeah, I have seen that TED Talk.
Oh my God, I was like crying watching it. It's so like inspirational. Like it's a man who, he's a hero. I don't give a fuck what you say. You go to space, you're a hero.
Yeah.
Like, that's the hardest shit to do. The hardest shit to do. And I remember being in school and someone was like, you can be an astronaut if you want. I was like, no, you can't. You have to be book smart.
You have to be everything smart.
Like, yeah. Like, I can sit there and I can write you a story about how the stars and the moon interact with each other and based on a thing and do a thing and create this entire universe around the universe. But I can't fucking tell you how the speed of light moves. Or, wait, no. I can't tell you how light moves at its own speed and how there's quasars and fucking photons and shit. Like, I don't, like, you know who, speaking of the Wu-Tang Clan, you know who's like a very learned person?
A what?
A very learned person, like a very smart individual, a very book smart person of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Would it be the RZA?
It's the Jizza. The RZA is a smart guy too, but the Jizza, he has a song.
He's sharp like a razor.
He's the genius.
Yeah.
The RZA's razor sharp, but the Jizza's, he's a genius. He has a song, and I can't think of the name of the song. It's a newer song. He did like a TED Talk about it, where he just explains like quantum physics.
Oh, I think you were telling me about this.
It's insane. It's fucking insane. This is like
just like the Jizza and like fucking Neil deGrasse Tyson like, in a room.
Yeah.
Like,
did you ever watch Hot Ones?
Not really.
They
like it's interesting, but
I love it. I think just because I like hot wings and I like hot sauce.
Yeah.
They have Neil deGrasse Tyson on, and he's like, "Hey Neil, you want to rate these space bars?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'll do it. I'm a black meme guy. You know what I mean?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? The whoa, we got a badass here. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, of course.
So he's like, I'll rate them. And he goes through like 2 or 3 of them and he goes, get the fuck out of here. It's like, these guys don't know what they're talking about. And he gets to the Jizza and he does the song. He does like 3 or 4 or 5 lines. And then he's just like, I have nothing to say about that. That was perfect. Like if Neil deGrasse Tyson is going to sit there and like amp you up,
you've made it.
And you're one of the founding members of the Wu-Tang Clan. Like, get the fuck out of here.
You already, like, there's nothing to fuck with there.
Yeah. But you know what I don't think is anything to fuck with?
What?
Our production music made by the lovely, wonderful Shane Ivers. Why don't you tell him a little bit about it?
So, that wonderful little tune is Feather Duster, and you can get it for yourself, for your own projects, but don't copy us. You can get it at silvermansounds.com/free music/Feather Duster. And as always, you could find it in the description. You know what else you could find in the description? Our social media link.
I really thought you were going to say our social security numbers. I don't know why. I was like, Declan, don't do this.
Well, my social security number, wink wink, is at DeclanBean on Twitter.
Sorry, one more time?
At DeclanBean on Twitter.
One more time? Is it Declan Bean or Declan _Bean?
There's an underscore there, but I figured you would figure it out by the autofill.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
The future's now. I forgot about that.
Yeah. What about you?
Me?
Yeah.
You can find me on Twitter at @TheBoogans. That's at all capitals _Boogans. And if you'd like to follow the show, you can find us on the big 3 of social media: Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can find us at
Atomic Radio Hour.
One more time, that's at
Atomic Radio Hour.
At Atomic Radio Hour. And why don't you give us a tweet? Let us know what you're thinking. What do you think of the show? If you have any feedback, if you want to hear any bits of lore, if you'd ever like to ask a super mutant a question, tweet at us at Atomic Radio Hour with the hashtag Dear Mutant. We'll go from there. We'll see what's going on. We'll see what we can dig up.
We'll make that work for you.
You want to say anything else, Declan, before we intro the show?
I want to say that we have a really good show coming up this week. It is a continuation from last week. We're giving you what you want. It's our hit show, Nuclear Family.
This is the follow-up to the last episode where Jimmy was having a fucking meltdown because he tried drugs for the first time.
Yeah, some good shit.
Yeah. the best shit. Let's find out how he copes with this.
Let's see how he's doing.
Dramatic wipe.
Last time we met, Jimmy was trying chems in the park with the fellas and having a bit of an existential crisis. Abby was trying to help him get through it, and just when he thought he was starting to come down, his mom yelled out for him that it was dinner time. Let's see where today's episode takes us, shall we?
All right, Abby. How do I look?
Honestly, Jimmy, a little strung out.
God damn it, Abby, why couldn't you just lie to me? I'm freaking out over here.
Jimmy, just relax. Are you hungry?
Oh, yeah. Huh. Now that you mention it, I do realize that I am pretty hungry.
Yeah, that normally happens. But look at it like this. Now you get to go eat.
Hey, I do, don't I? Alright, wish me luck.
Alright, kid. Break a leg.
Why would you say that to me, Abby?
What?
You told me to break a leg. Why would you tell me such a terrible thing?
No, Jimmy, it means good luck.
I know what it means. You want me to be harmed in some way.
No, Jimmy, I don't want that.
Then why would you say that, Abby?
It's an old world term. It means good luck.
Why don't you just say good luck?
Good luck, Jimmy.
Good luck for what?
Jimmy,
Yeah?
you're very high.
Yeah. Alright, I'm going in. Hey, Mom. Hey, Pop.
Jimmy, how was your day, my boy? Did you and the fellas do anything interesting?
No. Same old, same old. Welcome home, Jimmy. Mwah. Hope you're hungry. And how?
Well, wait until you hear about the day that I had.
Oh boy, here we go.
We got a huge shipment delivery that we have to take up to the Capital Wasteland. A new high-profile client from up that way that needs a discreet caravan, and he actually chose us.
Oh, wow. That sounds interesting, and also pretty dangerous.
Oh, honey, don't you worry. It's gonna be me and 7 other guys from the office.
What are you gonna be shipping up north?
Well, Jimmy, from what I was told, it's mostly surplus food, water, ammo, some weapons, and a couple of chems.
Chems?
Oh, don't worry, Jimmy. Chems are harmless if you're not using them.
Well, what does that mean?
Well, Jimmy, I'm just taking these chems up to the Capital Wasteland. I'm not doing them. I'm not a degenerate.
Richard, you can't talk like that. Jimmy, not everyone that uses chems is a bad person. But some bad people do use chems. Some use them to help with back problems. Some people get addicted to them, and some people only use them to make the voices stop. So, did you guys ever try chems? Well,
Nope.
like most people at a younger age, I did experiment.
The fuck did you just say?
I've never done any of the hard stuff like Psycho or an abundance of Med-X. I tried Jet a couple of times when I was 15 or 16 years old.
And I'm just hearing about this now?
Well, you never asked.
Yeah? Were you slutting it up all around town at that age too?
Richard, remember what we talked about, not in front of Jimmy. Please.
Karen, I just... What's with the sudden interest in chems, Jim?
Well, today, at the park, Big Mike, you remember Big Mike brought some jet with him.
Oh, that Big Mike fella seems like he's a bit of trouble.
Richard, stop. What happened next, Jim? And then we, kind of all sat around and we tried to do some jazz.
One more time, I'm
Jimmy,
sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
I said that me and the fellas, Paul and Simon and Petey and Big Mike and Abby, all kind of sat around and tried a little bit of Big Mike's jet.
The fuck did you just say?
Oh, baby, do you want to go lie down for a little while? Are you sure you're okay?
It's because of that fucking zombie, isn't it? I knew she was gonna be a bad influence on you.
Richard, fucking really?
Please don't hit me.
Jimmy, how do you feel now?
I just don't want you to be mad. And I don't want to be a degenerate.
No, sweetie, no, you're not. We still love you, and we're going to talk about this in the morning, but now is not the time.
You better not bring that shit in my house.
Richard, I swear to God, if you don't shut the fuck up, you can go sleep outside. Honey, why don't you go to bed and we can talk about this in the morning?
Okay. Thank you. But I'm really hungry. Could I get a plate to go to bed with?
Good night, Jimmy.
Good night, Jim.
See you in the morning. Richard, you can't talk like that in front of the boy.
I don't want my son giving it up on the corner for a Mentats bump.
Richard, will you just fucking listen to yourself?
Am I the only one trying to preserve the innocence of this family?
No, you can't do that. You of all people should know, he's a growing boy and he's going to be doing things with his friends, whether you approve of that or not, and you're going to have to get used to it.
Why do you always make me out to be the bad guy?
Richard, I'm tired of fighting with you all the time over petty bullshit. I'm so fucking sick and tired with all of this. I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm going to bed. Have fun eating alone.
Karen! Wait. Atomic Radio Hour Podcast.